A hearing on a bill meant to ratify controversial Chamorro Land Trust leases hit some snags as senators sounded off about the way laws were bent and broken to issue leases. Bill 356-34 seeks to ratify 2,877 leases Attorney General Elizabeth Barrett Anderson categorized as voidable and approve 102 leases the AG said were null and void in a legal opinion. The AG opined that the Land Trust did have the authority to ratify 2,877 voidable leases, but only the legislature can validate null and void leases. While the Land Trust met earlier in the day to amend its rules and regulations to include many of the CLTC's practices the AG said were illegal, at the hearing, senators raised questions about how the CLTC was willing to gloss over the way the law was not followed.
Yes, we admit over the last 23 years the law has not been followed to a T. I cannot speak for the decisions made prior to this commission, but this commission's review has found...
I'm sorry, Ms. Farron, don't say that the commission members have not been following it to a T, because 4,706 applicants have been skipped.
Uggan referencing the 4,706 1995 original applicants who have not been granted a CLTC lease after decades of waiting.
We realize it's broken.
If these individuals were not following the law that is attached to this piece of legislation,
Senator Mary Torres sought clarification on the bill, saying it appeared to be trying to correct the wrongs of the past by changing the law so the same problems can happen again in the future.
What has the commission done to null and void the leases? So that maybe we can talk about the other issues of the non-compliance of the law. I'm just curious about what's going on with the Barrigada.
Senator Joe St. Augustine wondered why controversial Barrigada Heights leases were included in the bill after the CLTC defended the bill by saying if leases were revoked, the Land Trust would have to reimburse lessees for homes they built on leased land. Barrigada Heights lots, for the most part, have no construction that would need to be reimbursed by the Land Trust.
So I'm just trying to understand, why couldn't the commission go in there and say, for Barrigada Heights, you're null and void? That should have been an easy one. It's bad enough already that, it's on the news, doing clearing, without a permit, a whole bunch of stuff. That should have been something. I believe the commission should have just stopped and done what they need to do. Then we can talk about the other leases.
The CLTC conducted a self-investigation into Barrigada Heights leases and found no wrongdoing. The AG has said her office digitized Barrigada Heights leases in order to look into whether or not a criminal investigation was warranted. For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.